Previously on the Celebrity World Championship.
Donald, this has gone way out of hand. Ultron is a threat, and we need to take it seriously.
Now, let's turn our attention to today's exciting match as we have the multifaceted rapper, actor, and cannabis entrepreneur Snoop Dogg taking on the comedian, mixed martial arts commentator, and podcasting juggernaut Joe Rogan.
I synchro summon the one, the only, Red Dragon Archfiend. You see that little feather token I left on your lizard last turn?
Uh-huh.
Well, thanks to Armor Master's special ability, by removing that token, your dragon stats are gonna drop faster than my track Drop It Like It's Hot. Now destroy that bitch of a dragon.
That's a little overkill, don't you think, Snoop?
Oh, you wanna see overkill? I got you, fam.
Wait, no, that's not what
I activate Kalut the Moonshadow's ability to discard itself and boost my Chidori's attack.
Agreed. In the end, sometimes a match is decided before the first card is even played, as Snoop Dogg will be the one advancing on to the next round. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the 2023 Celebrity World Championship, the most insane, star-studded, high-stakes Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament you'll ever witness. I'm your host, Tom Lively, and joining me again for commentary is my good friend, JB Smoove. How you doing, JB?
Living the life, baby. I can't believe the insane action we've seen in the tournament so far, man. Can you?
I really can't, JB. This tournament has been nothing short of a dream for passionate Yu-Gi-Oh! Players like ourselves. From the get-go, it's been one wild ride.
For real, we've had everything from Snoop Dogg schooling Joe Rogan to Darth Vader making Dr. Phil his bitch.
And let's not forget the elephant, or should I say the blue eyes white dragon in the room. Donald Trump's Chaos Max Dragon had Elon Musk running for the hills on day one.
I almost forgot about that. I thought Elon's Mecha Phantom Beast would put up a much better fight, but Trump just said fuck all that noise and laid the beat down on that punk.
A very disappointing loss for sure for the chairman of Twitter. Oh, pardon me, I mean X.
Don't even get me started on that X bullshit, Tom. What the actual fuck was Elon thinking with that? This ain't calculus, this is social media. People had a connection with that cute-ass little bird man, and now we stuck with a logo that belongs on a porn site.
It is indeed a shame that the infamous Twitter symbol has now been replaced with a questionable letter. But unfortunately, the whims of the rich drown out the wants of others.
You goddamn right about that.
But enough about that. Let's get our focus back towards discussing how incredible of a tournament we've had so far. We've seen politicians, actors, and even a fictional Dark Lord of the Sith battle it out on the dueling stage. Talk about diversity, am I right, JB?
And don't forget the drama, Tom. I still can't believe an AI robot actually came to life and put good old Benny Boy in the hospital.
A dark day for sure in the Celebrity World Championship. Regardless, Ultron has proven himself to be a fierce duelist with an almost unfair advantage when it comes to analyzing decks, and is currently the betting favorite to win the championship.
Look, I may hate that fuckboy of a robot, but even I wouldn't bet against him at this point.
Indeed, the rest of the contestants certainly have their work cut out for them going forward. But enough with the warm-up. It's time we begin discussing today's celebrity matchup that's sure to have our viewers tuned in.
Oh, I've been waiting for this. We're finally going to get to see one of the biggest names in the dueling world take the stage.
Absolutely, JB. In today's match, we have the 44th President of the United States, Barack Obama, taking on the Hell's Kitchen host and culinary master, Gordon Ramsay.
Man, oh man, you just know this shit is about to be a banger with these two going at it.
That's right, JB. It's a collision of worlds unlike anything we've ever seen before in the Celebrity World Championship. As one of the most respected and well-known figures in the dueling community, how do you think Obama's Dark Magician deck will handle a duelist like Gordon Ramsay?
Look, man, Obama's deck is like his legacy. Layered, complex, and full of a few tricks you didn't see coming. Them Dark Magicians ain't just for show, they're a fucking powerhouse. I mean, there's a reason why Yugi used them in the show.
Absolutely. Yugi Moto himself brought the Dark Magician archetype into the spotlight, and it's been a fan favorite ever since. I'm sure he'll live up to the expectations of running the same deck as the King of Games, which doesn't bode well for newcomer Gordon Ramsay. Tell me, JB, do you think the Master Chef has any chance of pulling off an upset?
Man, listen, in this game, anything can happen. Ramsay might be the underdog, but underdogs are the ones who surprise you the most. They got that bite, man.
So what you're saying is that Gordon Ramsay has the element of surprise on his side.
Exactly. Like when you go to a restaurant, you don't expect the dessert to be spicier than the main course, but sometimes life throws you a jalapeno brownie, you dig? Ramsay's got that unpredictability, that secret sauce. If Obama ain't careful, he might just get served.
Well, it certainly wouldn't be the first upset of the tournament. But knowing how meticulous Obama is, it's going to be a tough fight for Ramsay. Still, in a game where a single card can turn the tide, who knows what could happen?
That's what I'm saying. You ever see Ramsay fillet a fish? The man's got hands, and you need hands in Yu-Gi-Oh, baby.
For sure. Well, folks, the stage is set, the duelists are ready, and we are moments away from watching the closing duel of the opening round of the Celebrity World Championship. Now then, are both contestants ready to begin?
Bring it on.
Locked and loaded, baby.
Then, without further ado, it's time to duel.
Duel. So we finally meet Mr. Former President. I've heard that you're quite the formidable duelist, but I've seen one too many individuals whose hype far outclass their actual skill. So tell me, does that apply to you?
Oh, you don't have to worry about that, Gordon. Unlike the half-assed contestants that appear on your TV show, I'm fully prepped and seasoned to perfection.
I certainly hope that's the case, my friend. But let's get one thing straight. This is my kitchen, and I don't intend to let some upstart show me how to cook in my domain.
Well, Gordon, I've been in situations a lot hotter than any of your kitchens. You ever try passing healthcare reform? Now that's a high-stakes game.
Oh, please. Have you ever tried rescuing a failing restaurant with 2 days on the clock? Now that's pressure.
Excuse me? I had to decide whether or not to send Navy SEALs into a compound in Pakistan. But sure, let's keep pretending you've had it worse.
That might be true, but here in this duel, there are no SEALs to save you. No veto power to bail you out. Just you, me, and the cards. And trust me, my deck is like a perfectly layered risotto. Complex and rich in flavor, ready to knock the taste right out of your mouth.
Well, just remember, Gordon, a good risotto requires patience and control, something you're well known for losing.
Fuck you.
My dark magicians, on the other hand, have a history of pulling off victories at the last minute. Kind of like me in the 2012 election.
Sounds like someone's been skating on thin ice. But unlike an election, there's no campaign team to spin your mistakes here. And this judge doesn't pardon, so be ready. Because I'll be serving up a defeat so definitive, it'll make your last-minute victories look like a dropped souffle.
Then by all means, show me that you're not just running your British mouth and prove it on the dueling field.
It would be my pleasure. I intend to give the audience one hell of a closing show for the opening round as I set a monster on the field. I'll then place this card face down before ending my turn.
My draw. All right, Gordo.
Don't ever call me that.
Let me show you how a master duelist starts their opening turn.
I'm waiting.
Well, you won't be for long as I summon Breaker, the magical warrior. And since it was successfully summoned, it gains a spell counter that raises its attack by 300. But I won't be needing them as I activate its special ability, allowing me to remove a spell counter to destroy that face down you've got over there. Oh, come now, Gordon, don't make this too easy for me.
The only thing that was easy was how easily you fell for such an obvious bait.
I beg your pardon?
You see, when my Naturia Sacred Tree Trap card is destroyed, its effect is activated, allowing me to add any Naturia card from my deck to my hand.
You knew I would play Breaker, huh? I'll admit, that's some solid prep work. You've done your homework.
Everyone bloody knows you play Breaker on the opening turn of every duel. You're as predictable as a steak in a steakhouse. No surprises, no flair. It's time to add some spice to this duel, and I'm just the chef to do it.
Slow it down, big boy. You made one decent move, so don't start getting cocky. I'm still just testing the waters of what you can do. Let me show you what I mean as my Breaker attacks your face down.
I appreciate the assist once more, Obama, as thanks to you destroying my Naturia cherries, its effects activates, allowing me to whip up a twin serving of cherries to take the original's place.
I guess I shouldn't be surprised you're running a Naturia deck considering your theme. It's as weak and eco-friendly as your on-screen persona.
My Naturias may not boast the level of strength of some of your monsters, but they always deliver when I need them, unlike some of your policies, Mr. Former President.
Getting personal now, are we, Gordon?
You come at my deck, I come at your neck.
I respect it, but my head's still on my shoulders.
Let's see how long that lasts. I hope you're prepared for me to turn up the heat, because it's time for me to start cooking your ass as I summon Naturia Molar Cricket. And thanks to Mole Cricket's effect, since you control the monster with the highest attack on the field, I contribute it to special summon not one, but two Naturia monsters from my deck. Next, I'll flip over one of my Naturia cherries and use it to tune with my Naturia white oak. I synchro summon Naturia Beast. And since I summoned a Naturia monster from my extra deck while Mole Cricket was in the grave, its effect activates, allowing me to bring it back.
I'm not gonna lie, Gordon. You're heating up right now.
Oh, this is just preheating the oven, my chocolate-skinned friend. The real cooking starts now. Now season that breaker, my mantis. Next, my Naturia Beast attacks you directly. How's that for seasoning? A bit too spicy for you, perhaps?
No pain, no gain, Gordon. I've faced tougher challenges than a little heat in the kitchen.
Well, I hope you're ready for a full-course meal, because I'm just getting started. I'll wrap my turn up by setting this card face down and then passing the knife to you.
It's my draw. I'll admit, he's not as much of a bum as I thought he was. Still, it's nothing I can't handle. You've had your fun, Gordon, but let me hit you with a different kind of recipe as I activate Magician's Soul's effect. Now, by sending a level 6 spellcaster and my Magician's Soul to the grave, I can bring forth the big dog himself, Dark Magician. But he won't be out there by himself, as I'm summoning obnoxious Celtic Guardian. And boy, is he in for a surprise when he tries to attack it next turn.
Sorry, Obama, but I'll have to stop you there.
Excuse me?
You see, thanks to my Naturia Mantis's effect, when you normal summon a monster, I can discard a Naturia monster in order to destroy it. Come now, don't make this too easy for me, Obama.
Haha, real funny Gordo.
I told you not to call me that.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have mocked my words from earlier.
God, you're such a brat.
Takes one to know one. Now, where was I? Oh, right, stomping the shit out of your monster with my Dark Magician. That's all for now.
My draw. What a complete muppet. Doesn't he realize he's been dancing to my tune this entire duel? Every move, every play has been leading up to this moment. Like a well-executed recipe, each ingredient has been added at just the right time, and now it's ready to come out of the oven. With just his Dark Magician as his last line of defense, it's time to bust out the main dish and bring this service to a close. You've underestimated me for the last time, Obama, so I hope you enjoy what's coming. As first, I'm activating Mole Cricket's effect. And since you control the strongest monster on the field once more, I can sacrifice Mole Cricket in order to bring forth Naturia Cliff and Naturia Rock. Next, I'll flip over my Naturia cherries and then summon to the field Tin Goldfish.
I guess they don't call you a chef for nothing. Just look at all the ingredients you've cooked up on your field.
Is that fear I hear in your voice?
And what exactly am I supposed to be fearing, aside from your lack of math skills, to know none of your weak-ass monsters can sniff my Dark Magician?
Typical. You only see the surface like a diner who judges a dish by its appearance alone. You should know that in the kitchen, even the weakest ingredients can play a pivotal role.
And what's that supposed to mean?
It means this duel is over as I activate Leo Drake's Main, allowing me to boost my Naturia Cherries attack to 3,000 for the rest of this turn.
You wouldn't.
Just watch me. Now let's see how your Dark Magician handles a full-on Naturia assault. Looks like your Dark Magician was about as resilient as an undercooked steak. It's fucking raw.
How long have you been waiting to use that line, Gordon?
About as long as you've been using that predictable breaker play. Next up is Naturia Mantis. Now Naturia Cliff attacks. Let's not forget Naturia Rock. And now for the piece de resistance. Tin Goldfish. Wipe out his remaining life points. How does it feel, Obama, to be beaten by a deck full of monsters weaker than Kuribo?
Funny that you mentioned that. Why don't you ask him yourself?
Come again?
Thanks to Kuribo's effect, by discarding it, I can negate the damage from your little fish.
Bloody hell.
Don't assume you've won a match just because your opponent's field is empty, rookie.
Well, I expected that you might pull something like that. Fuck! I completely forgot he had that stupid little puffball. Keep your cool, Ramsay. You've still got control of this duel. Knowing him, though, he'll probably try to turn things around with a big move next turn, so I need to bolster my defense. I'll now be overlaying my Tin Goldfish with my Naturia Mantis. I XC summon number 59, Crooked Cook.
Did you just summon yourself?
Shut up.
It all comes down to this.
Believe in the heart of the cards, as they'll never lead you astray.
Where the fuck did you come from?
I am always with you, Barack, both in body and in spirit.
I did not sign up for this.
Oh, yes, you did. Isn't that right, Kuribo?
Nobody asked you, gerbil.
I literally just did, but that's not important. Now, Barak, you must trust in the heart of the...
Yeah, heart of the cards, I get it already. Now shut up and let me draw. I can't believe that actually worked.
What the devil are you mumbling about?
Oh, I was just wondering which way you'd prefer to get cooked.
Are you really trying to bluff this late in the game?
Let's see if you still think I'm bluffing as I activate reinforcement of the army. This will allow me to call up King's Knight from my deck. But he won't be staying for long, as by discarding him I can special summon Apprentice Illusion Magician. And thanks to her effect, I can now retrieve Dark Magician to my hand. Now I'm activating the spell Polymerization to fuse Illusion Magician and Dark Magician into the Dark Magicians.
Impressive, but hardly a monster worth bragging about.
Oh, you didn't like the appetizer? I'll be more than happy to serve you the main dish since you asked.
What?
I activate Magicalized Fusion, allowing me to fuse together every spellcaster monster in my graveyard in order to summon Quintet Magician.
4,500 attack points?
You shitting bricks yet, Gordo?
Please, you may have that beast of a monster, but I've got an army on my side and a face down to protect me.
Not for long. See, when Quintet Magician is summoned, its effect allows me to destroy every card on your field.
You're joking. Well, I've still got Naturia Cliff's effect, which allows me to summon a Naturia monster after it was destroyed.
You're just delaying the inevitable. Put that rock out of its misery. Now take your last turn.
It's not over yet. Okay, yes it is.
Told ya.
This ain't fair. I was so close to winning.
Perhaps. But you lack the heart of a true duelist, and until you obtain it, you'll never defeat me.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Barack Obama has emerged as our final victor in the opening round of the Celebrity World Championship. Now that's how you close out a tournament's opening round, am I right, JB?
Preach, my brother. That shit had me on the edge of my seat like I was watching Game of Thrones all over again.
Absolutely, JB. This duel had all the twists and turns of a primetime drama and did not disappoint when it came to delivering the climax. Despite entering the match as the favorite, Obama didn't get off to the best of starts as his signature opening play was countered rather easily.
You got that right. Ramsay clearly did his homework and had my boy Barack on the run early on with those pesky Naturias.
A fitting archetype for the culinary master of ingredients. What they lacked in raw power, they more than made up for in versatility and swarming ability.
For sure, those Naturias were swarming the field like the fucking paparazzi on the red carpet, busting out their effects one by one to push Obama into a corner.
Indeed, even Yugi's famous Dark Magician was unable to stop Ramsay's assault, and for a minute there, it really did seem like he had the match won.
But then, bam! Out comes Karibo, man. It was like watching a Secret Service agent jump in front of a bullet. Obama played that little furball like it was his own personal bodyguard.
That Karibo move was certainly a game changer. It bought Obama just enough time to draw the card he needed to summon his new ace monster, Quintet Magician.
And boy, did it deliver. Ramsay didn't stand a chance after Obama's roided-up magician wiped his field like how I wipe my browser history every night.
It just goes to show that a duel isn't over until the last card is played. Gordon Ramsay may be a master chef, but he's still got a ways to go to become a master duelist, as Obama will be advancing onto the next round. Now then, let us hear some parting words from Gordon Ramsay, who is exiting the tournament.
Well, what can I say? I came here to serve up a defeat, but it seems I was the one served instead. I have to hand it to Obama, though. He certainly knows how to pull a rabbit out of his ass, or in this case, a Karibo. But you know what? This isn't over. Just like in the kitchen, you learn more from your failures than your successes. So, Obama, enjoy your victory. Next time, I'll be ready. And maybe I'll throw in a few Hell's Kitchen surprises.
Something tells me we haven't seen the last of good old Gordon.
I'd have to agree with you there. He's certainly a duelist to keep your eye on in the future. Now let us hear some words from our victor.
First off, I have to commend Gordon for his spirited performance today. He came with a strategy that was as sharp as his cooking skills. But a good strategy means nothing in the face of believing in the heart of the cards. I know it sounds like bullshit, but trust me, that shit actually works. Oh, and Donald. And you too, Ultron. I know you both have your own agendas and reasons for entering this tournament, but hear me now. I'm not just here to play around. I'm here to win, and I won't let either of you have your way without a real fight.
Well, damn. I think Obama just threw down the gauntlet on those two.
That does appear to be the case. Things are only going to get more exciting during this celebrity tournament as we look ahead to the quarterfinals now that the opening matches are finished. From 16 duelists gathered from across the world to only 8 remaining, these quarterfinalists have battled through intense matchups, shown incredible skill, and proved their mettle in the art of dueling. It does my heart proud to introduce the 8 quarterfinalists that are competing to become known as the greatest celebrity duelist in the world. We have Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, Chris Pratt aka Star-Lord, Darth Vader, Joe Biden, Ultron, Snoop Dogg, and Barack Obama.
Now that's an all-star lineup of the best when it comes to celebrity dueling.
Indeed, the quarterfinals are shaping up to be an unforgettable series of duels, and I, for one, cannot wait to see how they unfold. So, duelists and fans alike, stay tuned for the next episode as we begin the second round of the Celebrity World Championship. Tom Lively out.